Okay, in this tutorial here, we're going to be constructing another calculator, except this one's going to be even simpler than the first one we did. Now, when I say calculator, I don't mean calculator in the traditional sense, to where you got a bunch of numbers on there and you're doing some adding, subtracting, and some multiplying. Okay, these are specialized calculators. So we're going to build a calculator. The whole idea is we're going to build it out of JavaScript. We're going to be able to host this on a web page, bring it up on our cell phone or our laptop or desktop, whatever you got. And this way you don't have to go out and buy some expensive calculator. Okay, so these are specialized for specific formulas. Let's get that straight. This particular one here is, here, let me just go ahead and draw it out. We're going to be just a conversion, a simple conversion. We're going to convert Fahrenheit, okay, temperature to Celsius. Okay, just something real simple. We're getting started out with something real simple. So you should have already made a Blogger account. If you haven't, you need to see the very first video labeled as JavaScript Calculator 1. Okay, so you should have already been able to do that. So you should be familiar with these two right here. We're going to be using basically the same HTML, and this is not going to change. However, the JavaScript is going to change because we got to change the formula, right? And then we test the code on the Blogger page or Blogspot, whatever they call it. All right. So it's going to be similar to the calculator we did in the very first video, except we're just going to have we're going to have two text boxes and then a calculate button, and this up here will be something different. Okay, so let's actually get started with this. Let's do it. All right, let's do it. So this is the Blogger page right here. Now this was something I failed to mention. Right, this is what we're going to be deleting out and then copying or pasting our code in. Something I failed to mention, if you go down here you can't see it, but down here on the left hand side where it says theme, you'll click on theme. Now you want to make sure, okay, you see what I clicked on here? Make sure that this let's see, show desktop theme on mobile devices. Don't show desktop theme on mobile devices. I had some problems with the buttons. For example, clicking on the button, it wouldn't run the function. It wouldn't display it in the output box. So I don't know what was going on with that. So anyway, all right, just wanted to add that to it. Okay, so here it is. This was the code that we started with. It was the bare bones code. You'll find it. You just copy and paste it. It's going to be somewhere under the video, under details, or somewhere on the YouTube page. Okay, on this page. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a table. Okay, so we're going to create a table. Let's see. What in the world? Oh, this is the style. Now you should really see the first video, okay? Because I'm not going to go over the same stuff over and over again. All right, this I'm not going to write up. Okay, this is what makes the table pretty. Okay, but what we are going to do is somewhere. Okay, so let's go ahead and create the table where our text boxes and everything's going to exist. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. So we had a table row. We're going to have one for basically for the formula. So that's going to be labeled as, let's see here. Let's tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go ahead, and since I've already got this stuff written up. Okay, so we have a table row, or table data. Okay, it's going to be called Celsius is equal to, so we're going to go ahead and display that formula that this should be in red, all right, at the top. And then our next row will be the text box. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. Next row will be the text box. Okay, so this is the row for the text box. We'll call it temperature F. That'll be its ID. This is where that value is going to get stored. All right, placeholder. This is what it will appear in the text box. Okay, and now we're going to need a text box for our answer to be output to. So let's do that. Okay, so this is going to be our output. It'll be in Celsius. And then we'll need a button that we can click to activate this thing. Okay, now in the previous video you might have seen this stuff, this class thing. We don't need this in here. Alright, we'll talk about that at some other time in my life. Okay, but there's the name of the function. We just call it F. Alright, let's now save this and let's take a look at what we've got so far. Okay, I guess I should have showed this screen first. I didn't do it. What's going on here? What in the world? Okay, I think I have an idea what happened, but oh my gosh. Let's see here. Yeah. Okay, we had the code printed twice somehow in there, but okay, so this is what it should look like. This should be your output. Now we're going to put, let's see. You know what? I think I left an R out of there. I think I'm losing my mind. Okay, that's spelled correctly. So we'll put our number in here. For example, let's say it's 32 degrees. We want to know what it is Celsius, and we'll click on that. Of course, we don't have anything because we haven't identified our function. Okay, so let's go do that now. All right, let's go down here. And of course, we labeled our function as just F. Okay, so we need to pull that data out of that text box and assign it to a variable. Let's do that. And what do we call this? We'll call this F, I guess. And let's see, it was docu. That should have actually came up. Document dot get element. Normally, I don't have to do all this. Okay, I forgot what would we call it. We called it my temp F. Okay, we'll make sure we get that right. Dot value. Nope. Okay. Document dot get element by ID my temp F Fahrenheit. All right, now we're going to take that and we are going to plug that into the formula that converts it to Celsius. Okay, and that formula we said was 5/9 times F minus 32. All right, so it's going to take this value that's in the text box, assign it to F, and it's going to plug it in. It's going to convert it to C, which is our Celsius. Now we're going to, tell you what, I'm just going to copy paste. Oh. Now we're going to sign it into that box, the text box here labeled output. Okay, so we got to change that to output. It's going to be our output is equal to C. Make sure we put that semicolon on the bottom end there. Okay, let's go ahead and tighten this up a little bit. Hit save. Okay, let's see how this works out. Go up here. Alright, so we know that 32 degrees, plug it in, we get 0 degrees Celsius. So bam, there it is. Alright, let's go over to our blogger over here. Yeah, I'll look that up. Alright, click on, let's see. Let's click on Edit HTML. Let's get rid of everything that's in here. And let's go ahead and replace it with the code we just wrote. And hopefully there won't be any problems. Okay, hopefully there will be no problems. Save. Okay, good, no problems. Go ahead. If there's a problem, it'll pop up down here. Say something's wrong. All right, let's view blog. And of course, we're going to need to get this onto the screen here so you can see it. Which, I don't know, that should have already been done like that. So 32 degrees Fahrenheit, Celsius 0. So those are like two relationships you need to remember. And also, if you're boiling water at 212 degrees, right, Celsius is 100. By knowing those two relationships, 32, 0, 212, and 0, you can actually derive up this formula, and we'll be doing that in the college algebra course. Okay, we'll get to that. Okay, so that's pretty fun there. We're going to be doing some really complicated specialized calculators, I guess I should call them, later on. Okay, so it's going to kind of coincide with the intermediate algebra under the application section and college algebra under the application section, and a lot of the other math courses that I'll have. Okay, so I guess that's where I should have been right there. Anyway, this is where we are. See you there.